Peace, love, and light, Aries, and welcome to your reading. If you're new here, my name is Ty, and I'm super happy to have you. Hopefully, you'll take a look around, like what you see, and hit the subscribe button. If you're returning, thank you so much for joining me again. I truly appreciate all of the love and the support. Hopefully, you've already subscribed to the channel. You guys, if you're new to tarot and you don't know how this works, it is a general reading, so everything won't resonate. Please take only what resonates, leave the rest for somebody else. Also, keep in mind that roles are interchangeable, so you should place yourself and everybody in your story where you know they belong, because only you know where they belong. All right, I've gone ahead and meditated on your energy and the Aries, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising placements. So if you have Aries in any of those areas in your chart, there may be a message in here for you. What else did I want to say? I've gone ahead and pulled the beginning spread. Also keep in mind that this reading is timeless. So when it finds you is when the message is meant for you to hear. Okay? So Aries, you pulled the Three of Pentacles, the King of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Page of Swords, and Temperance. Okay, bottom of the deck, you got the Seven of Wands, Four of Wands, Six of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Eight of Wands. Okay, Aries, right away I get the sense that you either in the recent past or are about to step into a position of leadership with the King of Wands and the Three of Pentacles here. You're working on something, you're collaborating, you're building with somebody. This could have been a promotion in your job, or it could have been that you just decided to work together on something with someone. It could be family members, it could be friends. But I feel like with the Five of Wands coming out in the beginning, in the middle of your spread, at the heart, the center of your spread, I feel like there's some conflict going on. There are some issues, there's some discord, maybe you're not seeing eye to eye with people. And I feel like right now you are either in a position of like observation, or you're being advised to be in a position of observation, right? To step outside of the conflict. Also, with the Page of Swords, this is an energy of watching and not saying anything. So if you have recently been placed in a position of authority, right? Excuse me, you're supervising people, you are, leading a group of people or a team. This is an energy here that you're being watched, right? How you handle people, how you speak to people, you're being watched. It was like you were given this opportunity, but the eyes are still on you. You know what I mean? Like, let me see how you do. Maybe you have like a promotion period. Promotion is not the word I'm looking for. What the heck is the word that I'm looking for? When you're like, you get, oh my gosh, I forgot what you call it when you get like probation. Oh my gosh, a probationary period. Maybe you're on a probationary period. So you just want to be mindful of that. The Temperance card here says that you're going to have to balance out whatever is going on, right? So this is finding the balance. This could be work-life balance. Maybe you're consumed by whatever you have going on that you're building here. But this is also about having patience, okay? And I feel like Aries energy is very hot-headed, very quick to snap, very quick to say, very quick to talk. So you want to be careful with how you speak to people if you've been placed in a leadership role, if you're leading a team. Because yes, the Five of Wands says that there's conflict here. Maybe they're not listening to you because maybe you're younger than everybody you're younger than everybody that you're supervising. Oh my God, Mercury retrograde is definitely, the shadows at least are definitely in full effect, because I'm like slurring my words and all of that. So this is, maybe you're having issues because you're supervising people who are older than you and they might not like that. Or it could be flip-flop, right? You could be supervising people who act super immaturely, are younger than you, or just older and act like kids, right? So, but there is an energy here of be careful, how you speak to people, because you're being watched, okay? For others of you, this is be, in a position of observation, right? Step back from the conflict and, don't lead with your ego. Leaders don't need to convince or force anybody to follow them. A real leader, a natural leader will naturally, a team will naturally gravitate to that leader and want to follow them because they will feel supported. They will feel secure, they will feel safe right, under your supervision. Okay, there will be trust there. That's what I was looking for. Okay, with the bottom of the deck here, the Seven of Wands, I feel like this is about having boundaries, and this is about having your guard up, right? So yeah, protecting yourself ultimately, right? If you're working somewhere where, you know, they have, for a lot of you, this is about work. That's what I'm getting here. For others, I'll look into the love aspect, because I do have the Four of Wands and the Lovers here, so we'll talk about that shortly. But for the majority of you, I feel like this is work, okay? And maybe having some sort of conflict, or just not seeing eye to eye with the people that you're supervising or those who you're working around, okay? Maybe a bit of jealousy as well. You know, maybe you got a promotion and other people are jealous, or you got some sort of position that places you kind of like in the spotlight, okay? The Seven of Wands here says, you know, you're guarded or be guarded, okay? So set boundaries, stand firmly on them, but do so in a way that is also gentle, that is respectful. You don't want to be with the Page of Swords and the King of Wands. With that Five of Wands there, you know, it could be very easy for you to be nasty with somebody, okay? Or for them to take something the wrong way, okay? Especially now during, Mercury's about to be retrograde on the 17th. We're already in the shadows, so there is already a bit of like, the energy can be conflicting, it can be chaotic. You want to watch how you talk to people, okay? The Four of Wands here suggests that there may be a decision here that with the Four of Wands with the Six of Pentacles and the Lovers card, there may be a decision here, like a heart-based decision that you're trying to make here. And it could be, you know, whether or not to move away from this position or this situation, this team that you're working with, this job, and move on to something else. It's kind of like it's so crazy because I'm getting head over heart decision. I'm getting Six of Swords energy here. So it's kind of like, but I feel like it's more so because you might feel like you're not getting what you deserve from this position. It might be something like you might be feeling like you're not valued where you are. That's what I'm looking for. You're not valued, or you're not respected, okay? And so I feel with that Seven of Wands, that's about like standing your ground, protecting yourself, and also standing up for yourself, right? With the Four of Wands, this is about, you know, what's important to you, okay? What it is that you want, what makes you happy. But it is a card of reunion and celebration and coming together. So with the Three of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, I feel like you could be coming together for something with a group of people, but there's like this energy that has you kind of like you're hesitant, or, you know, you are, I always forget this word, not ambivalent. Oh my God. Just you have your guard up when it comes to this group of people, or it could be one person, but I feel like, you know, it could be more than one person here with the Three of Pentacles and the Four of Wands and the Five of Wands, okay? And I just feel like you're feeling like, I don't know if I want to be, you know, part of that, or I might be working on this. It could be that you're working on a party or some sort of a gathering, and you're like, yeah, I'm working on this, but I don't know if I want to see so-and-so, because so-and-so might pull up to the party, you know what I mean? With the Six of Pentacles, this is about equal give and take. With the Temperance card there, yes, make sure that you're being fair. Make sure that others are being fair to you as well. Make sure that they are giving back to you what you deserve. The Six of Pentacles is about giving and receiving. It's about equality, right? Not giving more to one area than you do to another, or vice versa, right? Somebody giving to someone else and not giving enough to you, okay? But it's also about reaping rewards, right? The universe is gifting you something. With the Lovers card here, I feel like this is the card of choice. There's a decision that needs to be made, and I feel like it's a decision of movement, whether or not to move from where you are. Some of you, this is a decision regarding your home, whether or not it's the right time to move from your home to another apartment or another home, or even out of state, right, to take a job somewhere else. The Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck here indicates fast moving energy, right? quick messages coming in, incoming messages, incoming news, something that comes in to trigger a shift. Okay, so this is incoming, some incoming messages that change things. That's fast change. That's change that happens pretty quickly, right? We'll look into that right now, but I feel like, yeah, you're trying to, whatever this decision is that you're trying to make here, I feel like you're trying to make a heart-based decision. Like you really are trying to follow your heart and do what is right, but there's some hesitancy here. Yeah, I feel like, I feel like you're guarded for some reason. Okay, I'm gonna look into the Seven of Wands. Why is Aries guarded? What is the Seven of Wands here for Aries? Clarify the Seven of Wands, please, for Aries. Clarify the Seven of Wands for Aries, please. Why is the Seven of Wands here? Too many cards. Why is the Seven of Wands here for Aries? Thank you. The Three of Cups came out. Oh, it flipped. But it's the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, right? So I feel like if you, this is weird because the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse indicates an ending. It indicates maybe even the end of a relationship, right? Or the end of some sort of commitment. So I feel like if something ended, right, whether it was a friendship, a relationship, or a job, for those of you who this aspect resonates with, right? This is not for everybody. Now you're being presented with the opportunity to reunite with certain people. Again, for some of you, many of you, this is a party or some sort of event that you are going to either be invited to, or it's going to be communicated to you that this is happening. Maybe you're working on something, you know, for someone, and I feel like, you know, there have been some issues there. You either haven't seen this person or these people in a long time, and now you're having to confront the fact that you may run into them. So that's why your guard is up. It's like you're feeling guarded about that. You don't know if you want to, you know, reconcile, reunite, or like break bread. Some of you are like, yo, I'm not trying to break bread with them. Like, I really don't bang with them like that. You know, I don't know about this, and I'm gonna, yeah, look what I say, Six of Swords energy, head over heart, right? So I feel like it could be an event. For some of you, it's an event that you just don't agree with, something that you don't agree with. Like maybe somebody is getting married or engaged or something, or even somebody, not that I'm getting that pregnancy energy here, even though the Four of Wands could indicate, you know, it's a celebration. So it could be something along those lines, and you're like, yeah, nah, I'm not doing it. Like, I don't support this. I'm not subscribing to this. Reminds me of Kourtney Kardashian. So yeah, I'm not subscribing to the drama, right? Maybe you feel like placing yourself in that environment is not healthy, and so you choose to, you're choosing to not attend, right? Like, nah, I'm gonna decline this invite, kind of thing. Let me make sure this is upright. And as I say that, the Three of Swords is at the bottom. What is the Lovers here for Aries? Or you could also feel like, for some of you, that this is regarding work. This was the loss of a job, but something else. I feel like you decide to leave something, turn something down, or leave something where you feel like, okay, this has been, like, I'm making good money here, but maybe you're not feeling fulfilled, or maybe you're just not getting along with the people around you, and you decide to, you know, end that and quit or leave or turn down the contract to do something that actually makes you happy, even though it might be less money or it might be more risky. Okay, what is the Lovers here? What is the Lovers here for Aries? Please clarify the Lovers for Aries. Thank you. The Ten of Cups. Okay. Okay. And the Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Huh. Three is a crowd. Okay, and I did see the Three of Swords. For those of you that this is a love situation, there may be a bit of a love triangle, and you're torn between staying with this person and finding your own way, leaving, moving away from this situation. Because I have a 10 of Cups in the reverse here, and then I have a 10 of Cups here and a 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. So either somebody has to find the balance between, work and family, right? Somebody is struggling with a good work-life balance, okay? And that might be the thing, while others of you are just making the decision to move away from something that you've been committed to for a long time, something or someone. I feel like there could have been a third party in this mix. You could have been the third party, or just found out that, somebody that you've been committed to for a long time reconciled with somebody else. And this person could have had a family with somebody else, children with somebody else, and they decide to go back to that person. And that's not going to resonate with everybody, but that's just what I'm getting here, okay? The Six of Cups is about the past. So I feel like somebody here finds out that their person, the person they've been committed to, goes with either a baby mama or just decides to, reconcile with someone from the past. Or it could be you who is in that energy, okay? Wow. What else here for Aries? Yeah, the 10 of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles came out in the reverse. So there's somebody who has pulled back, ended a connection, ended a commitment, ended a long-term commitment, something that was stable, maybe decided to move out. They're like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I'm out. I'm leaving. This is not making me happy anymore. Oh wow, yeah, I say that in the Eight of Cups. Can't make this shit up. When spirit comes through, somebody leaves because something wasn't fulfilling to them. Something just it didn't. They felt that something was missing here, and something came to an end. Some of you, this is a job, right? This is a loss of income, okay, a loss of income. But I feel like for those of you who have experienced a loss of income, I feel like you're not going to be without for very long. I feel like you're moving on to something better with that Six of Swords there, even if it may not seem like that right away, especially with that Knight of Swords. Yeah, for some of you, it could be that something went down at work and maybe, you were like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm out. The Page of Cups, yeah, and that's an apology. I feel like, but for many of you, I feel like this situation here that went down where someone walked away, it happened abruptly, it happened unexpectedly. Yeah, Five of Pentacles, somebody left out in the cold, somebody who's struggling financially. So there was some sort of unexpected event here where somebody either felt rejected or just there's been a significant loss of income here. Wow. Yeah. With the Emperor there, that is your energy, Aries. So this could be, there's this saying that I always say, a veces perdiendo se gana. Sometimes when you lose, you actually win. A loss is actually a win, right? So for whoever that is, maybe you needed to walk away because what you were surrounded by, I want to say, you weren't happy with. You felt like you had to constantly be on guard and you felt unstable, right? You didn't feel like it was a firm foundation, okay? So I feel like this next chapter is you're building that. Now you're working on building something solid, okay? What is the advice here? Actually, what is this Four of Wands for Aries? Yeah, the Chariot. That's movement. That's movement. Yeah. For some of you, this is about moving in with somebody, or moving to another place. So yeah, this is movement. The Four of Wands is, I'm going to move on to something that actually brings me happiness. The Empress is at the bottom of the deck. So this is about the birth of new things. I feel like you're about to step into a whole new cycle. The Page of Wands is, you know, feeling that you're inspired to do something, right? The Three of Swords in the reverse, which tells me, yeah, there was some sort of disappointment here, some sort of heartbreak that went down that was the catalyst to this person, whether it be you or someone else, walking away, walking out of a situation, okay? With that Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, I feel like something caught you off guard, right? Because you were pretty comfortable where you were. The Three of Swords with the Page of Wands says right now you're at the beginning stages of like your healing, okay? But there is disappointment with the Five of Cups. You might still feel like you're missing out on something or missing someone, or you might be just, you know, really in regret over something. It could be a decision that you made, again, that puts you in a position to either have to walk away from somebody or somebody walking away from you. So I feel like there's this energy here, lots of emotions, deep emotions going on. And, you know, things are just not clear right now. Yeah, so give me the advice for Aries. What is the advice to close out? What is the advice? What is the advice? How should Aries navigate this energy? What is the advice here? What is the advice? Four of Pentacles. Oh, okay, that's it. I'm not going to say anymore. Don't lose hope. Four of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, and the Star. And the bottom of the deck is the Magician. So if you're waiting, yeah, a whole new cycle for you. If you're waiting to hear about a job, don't lose hope. Stay hopeful, stay faithful, believe in yourself, believe in your abilities, and believe that you made the right decision for you. Because with the Magician here and the Fool, you have manifested a whole new cycle for yourself. And it did require you to take a leap of faith or take a risk. If not, this is the advice right now, is believe in yourself, believe in your magic, and take the leap. Okay, you start from zero, you start from scratch, but you know what, that is a blank canvas, so you can start and make it however you want to make it, right? The Four of Pentacles says, yes, maybe you may be tight for a little while, have to hang on to money, and, you know, be wise about how you spend and what you invest in, and yeah, how you know, whatever it is. This is the Seven of Pentacles for this right now. I'm getting need versus want, okay? And yeah, it'll be like that for a little while, but not for long, because the Star is here, and the Star is renewal. It is a wish fulfillment. It is hope after, you know, a bad moment, not a bad moment, I like to say bad, but after a Tower moment, because the Tower happens, so reality, you know, hits, strikes, the Tower comes crumbling down. Something that you were building on just wasn't stable. It wasn't firm, okay? There was a weak foundation. There may have been some deception in the mix. I don't see too much of that. I think it just, you came to a realization, and that was like what hit, or it could have been that somebody chose somebody else, went in a different direction, and that's what disrupted your foundation. But don't lose hope here. That is the advice. Really think about, you know, before you go spending money, because it's going to be a tight time with that Five of Pentacles that I saw. And for those of you who have lost a job or in the process of going through some sort of divorce or separation, where, you know, when you go from having two incomes, shit changes when there's just one income, right? So obviously be wise about how you spend your money, right? The Four of Pentacles says you got to be a little cheap. You got to hold back a little bit, okay? But this is also about protecting yourself. And the Seven of Pentacles is about, you know, being patient, right? Divine timing is at play, and being hopeful, and also about, you know, looking at moving forward. Is the juice worth the squeeze, right? If I'm going to invest in something and commit to something or someone, what am I investing in, right? Allowing yourself to be guided by your intuition and really Think about what is best for you, okay? On a physical level, on an emotional level, mental level, spiritual level, right? Protecting yourself and setting those boundaries. But the star is a beautiful way to end it here, okay? With the Seven of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. Things are happening. Be patient. Take your time. If you step into a new role, or, you know, when you step into a new role, whether it be with someone new or a new job, a new workplace, things take time. So take your time learning people, take your time knowing people, take your time rebuilding. 7 and 4 is 11. Wishes are coming true, and you are the creator of your reality. Okay, so don't forget that, especially with the Magician there. I feel like, you know, everything that is happening according to plan, okay, with that Seven of Pentacles and the star there. You guys, I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please drop a comment down below. Let me know if it resonated, how. Please don't forget to give your girl a like. It helps my channel. Also, I hope that you already subscribed, but if you didn't, hopefully you'll consider subscribing. If you're interested in connecting with me on any capacity, or following me on other social media platforms, all of that information is going to be in the description box below. I love you all so much. Peace, love, and light.